is Rochelle. Welcome to the Hewitt Public Library Toddler Time. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. So we've crossed the finish line. We are wrapping up our series on early literacy skills. And so today I'm doing things a little different. I randomly selected a group of books that I'm going to go through with you. So more about that later. My plan originally was to do as I did when I wrapped up the unit on social emotional learning, and I was really going to take some time to show you how the skills that we learn build. The Texas Education Agency goes through a lot of painstaking effort to do what is called vertical alignment, where the skills that are taught 1 year are very intentional so that they build each year all the way throughout a child's education. And on the Texas Education Agency website, you can access those skills. They're called the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills. Teachers usually call them TEKS or TEKS. And you also have links that can go to pre-kinder and early childhood. So that's what I did when we wrapped up social emotional learning. And so I planned to do that. I pulled out the TEKS and I was starting to think how we do it. And I realized there's just no way I can do it because we actually covered so many skills that we would be here. I mean, we would just have to do a parent workshop. It just wouldn't work. And so instead, I didn't print I did print it, but I didn't bring with me today the early childhood document. It's a thicker document. And so I just brought the kinder and I highlighted it so you can at least see. So this is the kinder document for Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills for English Language Arts, and on the front is an introduction. And then it starts with the knowledge and skills in part B. And I only highlighted it if I directly spoke of it. There are so many skills that I knew I could highlight because they were embedded in what we were doing, but I didn't highlight them unless I was very specific about it. So if you choose to look at this, you might think, why didn't she highlight more skills? And that was why. So the ones that are highlighted, we have specifically gone over. And I think I counted, and it was about 22 of them. And so that's good. Just in the last 6 weeks, we've covered roughly 22. Some of these, like I said, this is the kinder document. So if I brought pre-kinder, we could highlight more. But I thought I would go all the way to kinder because a lot of you, that's your goal. I want my child to be ready for kindergarten. And so some of the ones that are not highlighted are very specific about learning skills about letters and how they change. We tend to think that the English language doesn't make sense because letters sound differently. But if you start learning all those rules, there's usually a rule that covers it. And so those are specifically taught. And so we did not go into those type of things. But so much of this we covered. So I just thought I would show you the document, and we can't go through all of it because it would take us way too long for what we have during a story time video. So, but just to encourage you and to know that you are definitely preparing your child to learn to read and to have a love for reading, and that's good. So also, this is the flyer for toddler and early literacy story time. These are posted every week on FaceTime. If you are watching this today, and if you had to go and look for the link, I just want to remind you that I can email these links to you and send you these flyers directly to your inbox if that would be more convenient. I usually don't send those out until Wednesday or Thursday, and they are actually available on Facebook earlier in the week. So you would get them later because I try to wait till all the links are active before I send out the email. But if you're interested in that, just call the library and let me know your email address. You don't have to have a library card here, and I would be happy to add you to my list. So this week, what I did, I decided to be you, and rather than search for books that really helped me explain a specific skill, I just went to our shelves and I just chose some books. Because that's what I did as a parent. There were times that I searched the catalog because I had something in mind, but more often than not, I didn't have time for all that, and I had a little one with me, and sometimes the little one grabbed a book. I was grabbing books. Sometimes we would stop and read them in the library, take some home, and so it was, the whole experience was part of the activity of going to the library, checking out books. And then I would end up, more often than not, with just a random selection. So what I've done is just picked a random selection off the shelves, and I have not prepared a specific lesson with each of these books. I just want to be you. So first, I have 6 books. The first thing to know is that just by checking out these books, you've already hit print awareness. Print awareness is for your child to know that print exists in the world. So just by checking out books, and if you at least open the book and read a page, that's print awareness. And what you can also do, so if I'm the caregiver and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, so this is print awareness. And then if as I'm going through my day and walking through the store, if every now and then I point to something and read it, then I am increasing print awareness, because now I'm teaching my child that print isn't just in a book, print is in the environment, and that is part of print awareness. So easy peasy, covered that. And so then, as I open a book, if I read the title, if I'm talking about the author and the illustrator, I don't have to explain what that means with every book, but maybe once every few books I remind my child that the author wrote the words and the illustrator provided the pictures. If there's just one person who did both, if every now and then I mention that to my child every few books, then they are learning print awareness. If I hold the book upside down and see if they correct it, I'm increasing their skill. If I turn to the title page and say, this is the title page, maybe point, lion and mouse, I'm bringing my child's attention to print. And so those are easy things to do for print awareness. If I say things like, this is the front of the book, this is the back of the book, this is the spine of the book, I'm teaching print awareness. So those are 2. Print motivation is just showing a love for books, providing books, and that motivates your child to want to read print. So we've covered print motivation and print awareness already just from this random selection. So as I go through this book, I notice it has a lot of pictures. This would really tempt me to maybe go through the book first and not read it and just talk about the pictures and do some pointing and just describing the pictures, maybe even pointing out, this is a lion, what does a lion say? that builds letter awareness, because you will be teaching children what letters say, and by learning animal sounds, that is a foundation skill for letter awareness. So I think I would go through and talk about the pictures and do some pointing and discussing of pictures, and then at another sit down, go through and read the words. Every now and then I would point with my finger under the words I'm reading. However, I would not do this on every page because it does distract your child from being able to see the pictures. If at the end of the book I talk about what happened in the book, then I'm also narrating. Shapes at play. So when we learn shapes, this is a foundation skill for learning letters. And so I would be using this book to talk about the shapes, and then maybe looking for shapes in the environment, because I know that if I can build that background experience where my child understands that books are talking about things that are in our world, they are mentioning things that we have experiences with and interactions with, then I am building a lot of text to self and text to world connections, and those are Texas essential knowledge and skills that kids learn as older elementary children. And so with this one, I might be tempted to talk about the colors. We haven't talked about that, but it just looks like a good opportunity to do that. This one is talking about one small and one tall. So we might go through the day looking for things that are small and tall. This one is Gibbles, Nibbles, Pickles. So it has a lot of rhyming. And so as I'm reading the rhyming words, I may think, oh yes, let me emphasize those words. Gibbles is a llama, sweet and kind, but she has only one thing on her mind. And stress those rhyming words. And you can even have fun with them. Kind, mind, and look for rhyming words throughout the day. This ABC Universe. So with this book, I think what I would do would be to take my child's hand and trace the letter. And I think I would be more tempted to teach letter awareness rather than phonological awareness, which is the sounds. And the reason for that is, let me see. So for example, E is for earth. We need to talk about E is for egg when we're teaching phonological awareness. So I would be stressing that earth starts with the letter E. I wouldn't use it to teach the sounds. And then there are other alphabet books that are made where they lend themselves to teaching the sounds. So this one I would use for letter awareness and not for teaching sounds. Has a lot of pictures that we could point to and talk about. And then this one is Edgar Gets Ready for Bed. Again, I already know I'll want to talk about the bedtime routine that I have with my child and build those connections between what we're reading and our lives. That's very important. I can bring attention to the title page. I can start with the book upside down and then see if they correct it. If not, I can make a joke about it and correct it myself. We can talk about the pictures. We can talk about I was trying to see if this little guy is, yes, that's what I was thinking would happen. This little guy is not being 100% cooperative with this bedtime routine. So even though we are discussing early literacy skills, we could throw in some social emotional learning about how this parent might be feeling and how this little one might be feeling. And remember, it's okay if your toddler doesn't understand everything that you're saying. You can still talk about it and they will understand it over time. So this has some good pictures and an excellent story for connecting to their everyday experience. And this one is Big Friends. So this one also has a lot of story. So this builds narrative skills. And so what this book reminds me is not only all of those things that we're talking about with all of the books that I could teach within the book, but this book also reminds me, oh, this is a lot of text. This is a lot of narration, and I need to remember to narrate to my child as we go through the day. Because with toddlers, they may not be ready to summarize a book when they finish reading it. However, you could summarize a page as you finish reading it and just talk about what happened on that page with your child. But they probably are not going to have the patience for you to do that repeatedly. They're going to want to look at the pictures and listen to the story. So this book reminds me that as I'm going through the day, it's important to narrate what we're doing and to narrate what the child is doing in a fun way. And so, oh, you want to play with the blocks? What are you going to build? I see that you picked up the yellow block. And just simple narration. I'm cooking. I'm going to boil some eggs and those type of things. So, are you ready for story time? Are you ready for story time? Clap your hands. Are you ready for story time? Clap your hands. If you're ready for story time, if you're ready for story time, if you're ready for story time, clap your hands. Gibbles, Nibbles, Pickles. I see a lot of jars of pickles in this picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jars of pickles. That's a lot of pickles. Trying to find the title page. There it is. This tells me the title. Gibbles, Nibbles, Pickles. Written and illustrated by Catherine Hampel. Gibbles is a llama, sweet and kind. But she has only one thing on her mind. Gibbles likes to nibble. Gibbles like to nibble pickles. Dill, spicy or sweet, pickles are a treat. Gibbles nibbles all pickles. Look how happy she is with her pickles. She loves pickles. Gibbles' belly starts to growl. This makes Gibbles howl. Gibbles wants a pickle now. Gibbles' best friend, Baby, will show her how. Baby gives Gibbles a pear. Gibbles takes a bite, but that's not right. A pear makes Gibbles braid her hair at the fair in a chair wearing her underwear. Baby gives Gibbles some peas. Gibbles takes a bite, but that's not right. Peas make Gibbles sneeze, wear skis in the trees, surrounded by bumblebees. It's Phew! Baby gives Gibbles some rice. Gibble takes a bite, but that's not right. Rice makes Gibbles sneeze twice, throw some dice, skate on ice with the neighborhood mice. Baby gives Gibbles a banana. Gibbles takes a bite, but that's not right. A banana makes Gibbles wear a bandana, eat lasagna, walk an iguana next to the beach cabana. Baby gives Gibbles a tangerine. Gibbles takes a bite, but that's not right. A tangerine makes Gibbles read a magazine, play the tambourine, jump on a trampoline, dressed up for Halloween. Baby gives Gibbles an omelet. Gibbles takes a bite, but that's not right. An omelet makes Gibbles wear a bonnet, play the trumpet, tickle a ferret while dancing a pirouette. Baby gives Gibbles some pita. Gibbles takes a bite, but that's not right. Pita makes Gibbles eat pizza, wear a parka, walk in the plaza with a runaway panda. Oh my, look at Gibbles. Baby gives Gibbles some chips. Gibbles takes a bite, but that's not right. Chips make Gibbles do flips, lick her lips, jiggle her hips while riding on spaceships. Baby gives Gibbles some spaghetti. Gibbles takes a bite, but you guessed it, that's not right. Spaghetti makes Gibbles throw confetti, eat pastrami in her bikini while lounging in Tahiti. Baby gives Gibbles a meatball. Gibbles takes a bite, but that's not right. A meatball makes Gibbles play basketball with a Neanderthal, holding a parasol in a snowfall. Baby gives Gibbles some broccoli. Gibbles takes a bite, but that's not right. Broccoli makes Gibbles drink coffee, dress as a jockey, play with a monkey while riding a donkey. Baby gives Gibbles some noodles. Gibbles takes a bite, but that's not right. Noodles makes Gibbles draw oodles and oodles of doodles while walking the poodles. Baby gives Gibbles a plum. Gibbles takes a bite, but that's not right. A plum makes Gibbles feel glum, suck her thumb, play with gum while sitting on a drum. Just when Gibbles is about to cry, Baby gives it one more try. What about this? Gibbles takes a sniff. Is that a pickle? Could it be, says Gibbles with glee, a pickle? Gibbles' nose gets a tickle. Gibbles' eyes start to twinkle. Gibble takes a great big bite, and that is just right. Gibbles nibbles the pickle to the end, thanks to her very best friend. The end. I hope you enjoyed the book for today, I have 2 action rhymes for us to do. So the first one is fee, fi, fo, fum. So you're going to start with bouncing your fist. And this one teaches our fingers. These are our fingers. And this is our thumb. And this is a fist. And this is our hand. And this is how it goes. Fee, fi, fo, fum. See my fingers, see my thumb. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Goodbye, fingers, goodbye, thumb. And then you can repeat it several times. So, fee, fi, fo, fum. See my fingers, see my thumb. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Goodbye, fingers, goodbye, thumb. And the second action rhyme, as you repeat, you use different actions. We're going to start with clapping. Clap, clap, clap your hands. Clap your hands together. Clap, clap, clap your hands. Clap your hands together. Now, when I'm clapping, I'm very tempted to clap to all the syllables. So we can do it that way as well because this helps us with language. Clap, clap, clap your hands. Clap your hands together. Clap, clap, clap your hands. Clap your hands together. And then as you change the motions, it's jump, jump, jump up high, jump and jump together, and so forth. And I have several options. Let's see, give a hug, blow, blow, blow a kiss, wave, wave, wave goodbye. And so those are some fun substitutions that you can do with clap, clap, clap your hands. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye,